Eddie Kingston is not a main eventer. I love Eddie Kingston. He is not a main eventer. Last year's Full Gear, the main event was Kenny Omega versus John Moxley.
I know.
Dream match for Moxley to take on this indie darling who hasn't worked out. You want me to pay for that?
If you want a full soap opera and you want to see an 18-year-old fall in love with a 32-year-old, go watch Smackdown. If you want to see a family feud going on where somebody tells you, I am your daddy, go watch Smackdown. If you want to go see garbage, go watch Raw. But if you actually want to see something that's entertaining and fresh and new, then you watch AEW.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the weekly finisher.
Yeah. It's your boy A-Styles.
And it's your boy Beef Supremo, Ron.
Hey!
So me and A-Styles are going to come to you every week discussing all things AEW. There's currently no outside enjoyment, so now you have us every week. We will discuss AEW's shenanigans every week, and you can catch us here on the weekly finisher.
Hashtag weekly finisher, everybody. Hashtag weekly finisher.
Hashtag weekly finisher, everybody.
Let's go!
Right off the bat, I want your rating. 1 out of 10. 1 from 10. What do you give the show?
About this past Wednesday? Okay, first of all, here's my issue with this past Wednesday. I think there's a certain feel when AEW is taped. And
Ooh.
I have to say this because it kind of reminds me of how Raw was good and how even though it wasn't a live show, it wasn't as good. And I think with AEW's tape shows, they kind of just phone it in at times. It kind of felt all over the place. But I still give it a solid B+, just like my boy Daniel Bryan, a B+ player.
No, not a...
No. Just shut your mouth.
Okay.
B+ player.
So I need to get... Okay, fine. I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm not sure if it's just a feeling of, like, the taping itself or the wrestlers are tired or even the audience is tired. But, yeah, it doesn't have the same feel.
It doesn't have that.
I feel like it doesn't have that oomph. You need live TV. And so you're right. I give it a B, but you can't get Bs because even though you gave it a B, the ratings were down this week and NXT took over.
Okay, well, let's talk about that, though. So because AEW, yes, overall, their overall ratings were not that great, okay? And shout out to Brian Alvarez, who always gives out the ratings. But he's also a friend of the show. But the point is, the issue with this is the fact that...
You made him a friend of the show?
NXT had a damn good show this past Wednesday. Now, granted, I'm not all for NXT, but their Halloween special was fun. It was their first great show of the pandemic era. I have to give them props. They did a damn good show, okay? A damn good show.
But was it so good? Was it so good that it, like, jumps up in ratings? They beat them by, like, 100,000. Like, AEW went down a lot.
Well, here's the thing, right? The issue that I think is that the fact that, number one, it's a WCW thing. Number two, the old people were probably already all happy about it. The 50+ were already excited about WCW coming back. Right?
I'm not 50, Andy.
I'm just saying. You never know. Point is, they had it there, right? They had it at the end of the machine. And I will say this. Even though we had a stacked card, the main event saved the show with AEW. Pentagon.
Are you talking about AEW or NXT?
I'm talking about AEW. And also, don't forget, Io Shirai against Johnny Gargano's wife, who I, for some reason, drawing a blank, I don't remember her name. That's how irrelevant she is. Oh!
Candice LeRae.
Fire! Shots fired. Anyways, point is, it was a hell of a ladder match.
We're friends of Brian Alvarez, but not friends of Candice LeRae. Good job, Andy.
She's a great wrestler, pound for pound, amazing wrestler. But the point is, she doesn't do it for me. What can I say? I haven't gravitated towards her. I mean, Bianca Belair, though, if you want to talk about that, that's a whole drink of water right there.
That's talent.
That's a whole exactly. So that's why I think AEW just didn't do so hot in the rating. Overall, though, the show was B+. My other issue is we're heading into Full Gear, right? We're getting into that, we're starting to build up. I believe, in my opinion, the show just fell flat because the first hour was very weak, in my opinion.
I think you're being too generous, Andy.
You think I'm being too generous? Break it down then.
Let me tell you why the ratings are down. Eddie Kingston is not a main eventer. I love Eddie Kingston. He is not a main eventer. Another reason why the ratings are down, FTR are not main eventers. I love FTR. They're not main eventers. Stop it. Just stop it.
I'm sorry.
Let me ask you. You like Eddie Kingston, right?
I do. I enjoy me some Eddie Kingston.
Name me his greatest match.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't
have
one.
Name me his biggest wrestling accomplishment.
He doesn't have one.
So then what are you doing?
Okay. And here's the reason why I say that. The reason why I say that is because he's an indie darling. He has done it all. He has done it all in the indies.
Name me his biggest indie accomplishment.
Biggest indie accomplishment? I would have to go back and look. But here's the situation, though.
You can't, Andy.
And I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But here's the issue with that, though. The fact that he doesn't have an accomplishment after that, I have to arguably say this is his big accomplishment. This is on the grand stage of them all. This is on national television. This is the feud that we want to see. Lance Archer had a COVID situation, and he got out, and Eddie Kingston, he took up the plate, he pitched the ball, and he hit a home run. And I'm telling you right now, it's money. It's money.
I don't buy it. I get some. Last year's Full Gear, the main event was Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley.
I know. I know.
Dream match. It lived up. It was beautiful. This year, you want me to pay the same amount of money for Moxley to take on this indie darling who hasn't worked out in months. You want me to pay for that?
Okay, first of all, you being
honestly, does he look like he's putting in effort into the show?
Okay.
It looks like Mick Foley works out more every week.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, you're still paying for Randy Orton versus McIntyre these past fucking 2 SummerSlams and Night of Champions.
I'm not.
Yeah, you is. You pay for the network. So the same thing. If WWE is giving you a hogwash rematch shows, you can pay for a brand new Eddie Kingston. Now, granted, some people out there can say, well, Styles, they already faced already, and he lost. Yes, we know he lost. We know he lost. But this is actually going to be an I Quit match. The stakes are higher, okay? There's actually a blood feud going on here. They've been building it. It's going to culminate at Full Gear. I think we're going to be okay, and I think this is a damn good caliber match. Eddie Kingston promo itself sell the damn main event.
Would you be okay with Eddie Kingston winning the title?
I don't think he's going to win the title.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question.
But I'm not proposed on that. I'm okay.
No, you guys. No, you can't do that. Okay, you just said I saw the same main event with Randy Orton and McIntyre.
Yes.
You realize the level of I'm sorry, this is wrong. And that goes into my second point. Tell me, what's FTR's greatest match?
Okay, so they have their greatest match to me is their matches with American Alpha on NXT.
Exactly. And ever since then,
they didn't have anything.
And so what are we doing?
Okay, I will say one thing. The build to this tag team match has been very lukewarm. And the reason for that is because the Bucks was trying to do some shit, didn't happen. FTR still has their shtick going on. I don't think they're meshing well because it looks like 2 heels are going after each other. I don't know what's really going on there. I think the sit-down promo should have been better, but it was just it was I don't know what it was trying to be, but it wasn't. And then the Young Bucks has now put up a stipulation that if they do lose, they will never, ever, ever challenge for the AEW Tag Team Champions. They took a page out of Cody Rhodes. I don't know what to think there.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? These guys they want to be so against ego that they're ruining everything. Like Cody, Kenny, The Young Bucks, they're like, oh, we don't want to be Triple H. We don't want people to call us Kevin Nash. So you know what? We're going to make ourselves jobbers. No! Like, I'm not even excited to see the Young Bucks anymore. This is dumb. FTR is not as good as the Lucha Brothers. They're not as good as the Matt and Nick. Like, they're not that good. But yet, that's all we have because these guys refuse to put themselves in the main event. The Young Bucks are main eventers. FTR is not.
So here's the issue, though. Here's the issue with that, though. The issue is the fact that if they did that from the very get-go, I guarantee you the culture would have been like, oh, they're already, look at this. This ain't all elite crew. This is all just them putting themselves over. Hell, they're already comparing Cody Rhodes to Triple H. They're saying, oh, his matches are too over the top. They're overproduced. Oh, he gets all the pyro. Oh, he gets the longest entrance. He tries to even put himself over just a little bit, and they're already calling him out on it. So that's what I'm saying.
That's my point. It's going to, Andy, Ace Styles, it's going to happen regardless. Like, if Cody doesn't main event for 2 years, and then he main events in 2023, they're going to be like, oh, here come Triple H. Here come Triple H. Like, so just do it.
I think
that's why the ratings are down. I'm not going to pay to watch two bald little dudes pretending to be main eventers, and I'm not going to pay to watch a Mick Foley reject main event like full gear. It's not happening.
Look, I don't know what to say. The point is, I get what you're saying about the tag team title, but we still got a full decked out card. Okay, the full gear card.
Okay, give me all right, so give me more.
Right off the bat, we have Silver versus Orange Cassidy for the buy-in.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What are you doing? Don't you not like Silver?
I like Silver, but I got my beautiful wife producing here. Hey, do you know Silver? Nobody knows him, Andy.
The people who watch
Silver's
BTE,
great. If you watch AEW Dark, like, or you watch
BTE.
You watch BTE, like, he's great. He's really good.
He's great.
Yeah, I get it. Nobody knows you, man.
But they're going to get to know him.
Okay. No, there is some booking discrepancies right now, and you're not acknowledging it.
Okay,
Go
ahead. Who's Orange
Cassidy fighting? What was his last feud?
His last feud was with Chris Jericho.
And then what's he doing this week?
And now he was going against Cody Rhodes.
Oh, man. Come on, man. No. I didn't ask you who no, that's not true.
It was! He was beating on Cody Rhodes!
He took you know what? Even more. He took on Cody Rhodes. And then what is he doing at Full Gear?
Well, now he's going to go against Silver.
Come on, man.
Well, Darby Allin is now on top, and he has to go against Cody Rhodes.
You know this is wrong.
It's not wrong, fam. It's not wrong. It's really not wrong. I think we're just so used to the way WWE book shows that we're just not understanding that when they automatically throw in the new guy, you're like, wait. Why is he there? What did he do? What did he earn? It's fine. It's fine. You got to understand, we're a year in. We're a year in AEW, okay? We have people who already became stars and people who are trying to become stars. You can't deny. Eddie Kingston went from an indie darling to a mainstay name.
No, he's not. No,
same thing
Eddie,
with Orange Cassidy. Same thing with Darby Allin. They are still growing. It just takes time, old sport. It just takes time. That's all it is. And then we got Kenny Omega coming back for the cleaner, and now people are bitching and saying, "Oh, he just killed Sonny Kiss. Oh my God, AEW's a homosexual race."
A homosexual?
Hey, go to Twitter. They'll tell you that. They were going on a rampage on Kenny Omega. Let me tell y'all something. For those of you who are not born,
homophobic, not homosexual.
My bad, homophobic. Let me tell y'all something. Just because you lose one match in a jobber match does not make you racist. Does not make you homophobic. I don't know how you guys. I don't know how you guys correlated that to situations, but no, you guys wanted Kenny Omega the cleaner. Guess what? Now you got him. Stop complaining. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, you got the cleaner, but they botched this feud, Andy.
What do you mean they botched this feud?
What? Like, okay, so he's gonna take on Hangman now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Hangman had a great match with Wardlow, and Kenny had a great match with Penta.
Yeah,
great stuff. And then, when's the last time that Hangman and Kenny talked?
Forever.
So, do they even remember beefing? Like, what?
Oh my God, fam! Oh my God! Let me guess. You want Roman Reigns and a Jey Uso situation where they just talk in the ring and say, "Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Do you understand now?
Okay,
I'm your daddy."
Oh my God. I don't know. This is AEW weekly finisher, so we can't talk too much about WWE or Impact. They shot someone on Impact this week. I don't know if you saw that. But I want him to talk. I want Kenny. Okay, if they're gonna say, "Oh, they're homophobic, they beat up Sonny Kiss," I want you to lean into that. I want you to grab him and be like, "You're nothing." Like what? There's nothing going on.
Okay, I think
I want him to grab.
I think
I want him to. No,
you're missing the point. You're missing the point. You forget that Kenny walked out on Hangman last pay-per-view and said, "I'm done." All right. If your best friend, came up to you and said, "I'm done," what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna go over there and talk to him. That's it. That's done. So of course, we're not gonna talk to each other. So it's even more beautiful storytelling because they're actually gonna be in the ring after all that. Can you imagine that? Ex-best friends going against each other, have not talked, have not spoken to each other. They're gonna go against in the ring.
No,
all in the ring.
The match is gonna be great. I don't have a problem with that. Dave Meltzer said it a few weeks ago.
Well, he's also a friend of the show. Friend of the show, by the way.
I don't know if he's a friend of the show.
He's a friend of the show now.
Kenny puts in the most thought into his matches than any wrestler of all time.
Okay.
And I agree with that. It's cool. The feud, it's not a meaningful feud right now. The match is going to be great. You know what would make it meaningful? If maybe Kenny ends up winning, and then he challenges that same night, and then when Eddie Kingston shows up for his match, the cleaner beats him up, and he says, "You washed up, get out of my ring." And then we get Kenny versus Moxley. See, that would make me happy.
And that might happen at Full Gear.
That's not going to happen because people like you want Eddie. I'm tired of it.
Okay, first of all, I'm telling you right now, Eddie's not going to win. Okay, it's just it's not going to happen. Moxley right now, in my opinion, is rivaling Okada in terms of his championship reign. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying Moxley has had no bad matches during the pandemic era. Granted, if you want to talk about the Jake Hager match, maybe, but even so, the man has been consistently.
Hey, Jake Hager really put in. Yeah. He put in a potato of a match.
He did. But let me tell you something. Jon Moxley single-handedly has been excelling in his main events. Constantly.
Yeah. That's why he deserves better.
What do you mean he deserves better?
He deserves better, Andy. This is not worthy. Kenny and Hangman are going to fight for a number one contender shot. So what's the point of the rankings then?
Okay. You sound like people on Twitter. The rankings. Okay, let me tell you something. The rankings are there, right? They're there, right? But they never ever told you that they are set in stone. They never told you. They never said
on Clay.
They never said any of that. All they said was, "Here are the rankings. Here are the people who are doing badass."
Yeah.
All they said. That's all they said.
So if I'm doing badass, and I've been badass for months, and I'm not getting a title shot, what's the point of these rankings? Throw that in the trash.
Oh my God. Look,
Andy, there's a reason. You said I sound like Twitter, but sometimes Twitter's right.
No, sometimes Twitter's being too much. And here's the issue. We like to complain, but at the end of the day, they're giving us good stuff, man. I don't know what more you want. Granted, now I'm gonna be honest. Okay, maybe like I said, the FTR build, whack ass shit. The situation going on with the women's division, whack ass shit. I legitimately don't understand.
Do we even have any more women?
Well, to my understanding, we only have Nyla, Sheeta, and Britt Baker. That's it.
And Sheeta wrestles like once every 2 weeks. I don't know, man.
And here's the issue, right? Here's the issue. I honestly believe only working TV is not helping these women at all. And because we're in a COVID-19 pandemic era, it's really hard for them to hone their craft. It's really, really hard. That's why they can't put a Penelope Ford right there. Because even though I like Penelope Ford, she's still green. She's still green.
Okay, but this is where the bad book. Oh my, you're right. I sound like Twitter. Nyla Rose should have stayed champion. She should win again at Full Gear. And she should destroy everyone in the way. Because we don't have that much great in-ring work anyways.
We don't.
So we should do that. In the meantime, the rest of the women can compete at tag matches every week. Because tag team wrestling is the way you learn to hone your craft. And then you don't highlight a lot of your folks. So then we could have weekly tag team women matches and weekly beatdowns by Nyla Rose, and then everything's beautiful, Andy.
I see what you're saying, but I guarantee you, if that shit happens, people are gonna be complaining. Oh, Nyla! Oh, she's there. She's another fucking. She's just there, just destroying people. She has no good matches. I can already hear it. I can already hear it. Here's my issue. We've become so critical. So critical that even at the slightest thing we start complaining. We legitimately can't digest.
I'm too critical?
I'm saying you're being too critical.
Are you saying I'm too critical?
I'm saying you're being too critical. I'm saying for the women's division, be critical. But I'm saying, and for the tag team build-up, be critical. Those actually deserve criticism. But I'm saying if you look at it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right now, it's the time to be critical. MJF just main evented a pay-per-view. And again, we're back in the mid-card. None of them are getting title shots anymore. MJF never got a rematch. Like, I'm sorry. Now's the time to step up your game.
Why does he need a rematch if he lost?
What do you mean, why does he need a rematch? Can we go back to the rankings again? How many times I got to do this?
MJF is not in the rankings.
Huh?
He's not in the rankings.
MJF is like top 5 in the rankings.
He's top 5, but he's on number 1 right now. It's what's his face? Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer.
Okay, so they both got their matches. These guys, again, we're running through these guys in order to pay off with Eddie Kingston. Get out of here. MJF and
Jericho. We're not. The payoff is not Eddie Kingston.
What's the payoff?
Right now there is no payoff. Right now the payoff might be Kenny Omega. I'm keeping it real. I think the payoff will be Kenny Omega beating Jon Moxley.
I think that'll be the payoff, but at this point I don't know.
But here's my issue. This is why you're in WWE booking, okay? You're in WWE booking. You are because you're waiting for a payoff. Here's the issue, right? Here's the issue. You build, you get the payoff, right? Same thing with McIntyre. They build. McIntyre beat Lesnar, and now we're good to go. Well, guess what? McIntyre had a shitty-ass run. Call a spade a spade.
He didn't.
He had a shitty-ass run. That's the issue with the payoffs. It's not about the big payoff. It's about what you do in the championship. And like I said, Jon Moxley has had contender after contender after contender after contender. That's why I think.
Okay, and A-Styles, you're looking at this you're looking at it too technical. Like I said, most people want entertainment. You're telling me last week.
Then go watch Smackdown and go watch a soap opera. This ain't a soap opera for you, fam.
You're telling me last week with MJF. Are you not enjoying MJF and Jericho?
Yes. That's why I love AEW because it gives you a little bit of everything. But if you want a full soap opera and you want to see an 18-year-old fall in love with a 32-year-old, go watch SmackDown. If you want to see a family feud going on where somebody tells you I am your daddy, go watch SmackDown. If you want to go see garbage, go watch Raw. But if you actually want to see something that's entertaining and fresh and new, then you watch AEW. Simple as day.
Andy, I like the drama, man.
And that's what I'm saying. We can have a storyline. We can have a feud, okay? But not, you forget. We come back, if we even go back to the Attitude Era, when Rikishi ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin, what was the payoff? I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. That was the payoff. Again, we're becoming too critical. Just enjoy, digest it. If it's not good for you, then talk about it. But if you criticize it to the point where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not that it's too critical. Here's the thing. If I'm not critical, then I'm not watching. So, like, you have to embrace things. You have to embrace things. Like, I like, right now, Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy, like, they have a good feud, but what makes it good is the comedic aspects. The same with Jericho and MJF. You have all this talent. That's what made Luchasaurus great. I think you are dismissing how much comedy there is in
I know there's comedy. I mean, Orange Cassidy itself is a comedy stick.
Yeah, but you're okay with him fighting Silver this week.
I am. But that's my issue. What's the problem? What's the problem in
The problem is, once you establish someone as like a legit top mid-carder or main eventer, they shouldn't go down. This doesn't help Orange. If Orange wins at Full Gear, that doesn't help him. Like, the matches should have meaning. Wasn't that the point of AEW? The matches should have meaning.
They do have meaning. But here's the issue, right? How does it hurt Orange Cassidy? If he earns that W, how does it hurt him? And if anything, here's another issue that I have. We forget we're still in a pandemic era. We can't gauge audience reaction. We can't gauge who's white hot and who's not.
I'm telling you my engagement right now. And you said I'm being too critical. I'm telling you my engagement right now.
You're still okay, but the issue is you're still liking it though.
Still gonna pay though.
You still gonna pay though.
All right, fine. There is a big ding 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 going on, and you know what that sound means? I don't know. It means apparently it's time for the question of the week, Ace.
All right, question of the week. Lay it on me.
Who is your favorite bald wrestler of all time?
Bold? Did you say bald or bold?
Bald.
B-O-L-D?
No, it's no hair, Andy.
Bald wrestler of the week. I got to say Silver then.
No, I didn't say week. I said all
time. You said weekly.
No, I said
all time. I got to go with my boy Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold takes the number one?
Stone Cold takes number one.
No love for Goldberg?
No, I can't stand Goldberg no more. Sorry.
No love for The Rock?
Dwayne Johnson wasn't bald at the time.
What?
He had hair back then.
All right, so now you know it. A Styles is not a fan of 2012 The Rock. He's only a fan of like earlier.
I mean, if you're talking about he's an inactive. Who's your favorite bald wrestler of all time?
I feel like it does have to be Stone Cold.
That's what I just said. You being too critical. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Those of you weekly fans, you're being too critical.
We should have a hair match. That's what we should have. We should have a hair match.
You know what? Your WWE booking needs to stop. Your WWE booking needs to stop. You know what? We should have a lotion on the pole match. Great thinking. Lotion on the pole match. Get out of here.
And what was Edge and Kurt Angle?
Hey, you're not in this show.
You're trying to put us in. Get out.
Get out. All right, Ace. Last thoughts, predictions for next week.
All right, so here's the deal with last week. Okay, well, next week. I legitimately think they're going to tie up loose ends. We're going to get more in-depth conversations between all the feuds. We're going to have a road to Full Gear. Hopefully, like I said, they tie up more loose strings. The promos between Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley should be damn fire. I can't wait to see actually a confrontation. Hopefully, we do a confrontation between Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. We have Pac coming back next week, which I think is going to be interesting.
Oh, that's right.
Because I think Death Triangle might have an issue with La Familia, with Eddie Kingston and all his family members. So hopefully that creates a a whole thing where he does a video package and says, I see what Eddie Kingston is doing. I don't like it. There's triangle over familia.
See, that is good booking. That is, and then Eddie Kingston can take on Pac like,
And see you over here not liking it. See what I'm saying? You just have to digest it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Your predictions, go.
I love that. Well, same thing. I predict. I'm looking forward to see if Kenny and Hangman actually start interacting more. I feel like they barely know each other, so hopefully we get some information. I hope the women get more clarity this week, and we actually get like a confrontation. Hopefully. I don't think Sheeta has been in Florida for weeks now. I have no idea where she's at. I don't even think she lives here anymore. And I think. What's the other match?
FTR.
Oh, and I'm hoping for some more clarity between Sammy and Matt Hardy. No one wants this match anymore, but if we could at least get an explanation to why Matt Hardy is showing up after almost dying, like it would be nice to know why he still wants to do this.
It's going to be a cinematic match.
It's going to be a cinematic match, but I don't go, I like it, but like, I get it. Let's move on. Like, Sammy doesn't need this. Matt doesn't need this. Like, let's move on. So I'm hoping just for a more concise show. It'll be live. It'll be different. So it'll be nice.
I like it too.
All right. Well, that's all we got for y'all. Again, my name is Beef Supremo. Working.
Beefy. Sorry, I like saying that. I'm A Styles. You can follow me at Styles Ace on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on TikTok. Yes, that's right, on TikTok. You can follow Weekly Replay at Weekly Replay. You can also follow Anime Sauce for all your anime needs at Sauce Anime on your socials. That's it.
This man works hard.
Hey, I work hard. You hear me?
He works hard. You can only find me on Twitter at Roger_Corral. That's all you can find me in. I'm a simple man. But leave us comments. We want to talk to y'all. I want to know if you agree with A Styles. You more than likely agree with me. So hashtag us. Hashtag Weekly Finisher. Hashtag A Styles. Hashtag Beef Supremo. Hashtag whatever you want. Just join us. And that's the Weekly Finisher.